Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives. Poetry and history and a thought for the day, all in this book. This is the paperback version, as a hardcover too. I think it makes a great Christmas present, actually. And you know, Christmas is only a few weeks away now. And if you can't think of anything else to give people, sometimes just a sort of book they can dip in and out of can be a very welcome present for people. Well, that's my sales pitch for the day. I'm talking today about a very unusual person because in 1970 on this day, the Japanese poet and writer Yukio Mishima committed ritual suicide. He is considered one of the most important Japanese authors of the 20th century, and he was nominated 3 times for the Nobel Prize for Literature. But he's famous in the West these days for the manner of his death by suicide, known as Seppuku, which he had apparently planned well in advance. He and his companions had staged a sort of coup at a military establishment, hoping to somehow overthrow the military and the government and reinstate the emperor. Very sort of hard and fast ideals, very kind of right-wing, I suppose you'd call it. But the coup didn't work. It had little effect, and Mishima, in response, stabbed himself in the stomach and was later beheaded by a close companion, as the ritual demanded. A dreadful event, really, for anyone to behold. Well, suicide is always dreadful. These lines I'm going to read of a poem were found next to a man who committed suicide in a deep forest in 1838. We don't know who it was, but these lines are rather fine in their own way. Here, where the lonely hooting owl sends forth his midnight moans, fierce wolves shall o'er my carcass growl, or buzzards pick my bones. No fellow man shall learn my fate, or where my ashes lie, unless by beasts drawn round their bait, or by the raven's cry. Yes, I've resolved the deed to do, and this the place to do it. Sweet steel, come forth from your sheath, and glistening speak your powers. Ring up the organs of my breath, and draw my blood in showers. I strike, it quivers in that heart, which drives me to this end. I draw and kiss the bloody dart, my last, my only friend. That's a poem written in desperation. Suicide is always regrettable and sad. Today I ask to be content with my lot and resist the urge to be overly dramatic or the urge to be too famous. Not much chance of that, at the cost of my inner serenity. Thank you for listening.